Here's how to complete the main quest on Ashes of the Damned in Black Ops 7. I'm Mama K on behalf of IGN. Let's get into it. The first thing that you need to do is open up the server room, and to the right you'll see a grate. Melee that to reveal Ted's head. You'll then install Ted inside Old Tessie. Old Tessie is going to be your wonder vehicle that you'll use to travel from place to place. She's the 5th member of your squad in this transit-inspired map. As you travel from location to location, you'll notice foggy areas like in the Monolith Forest. You want to be careful as the zombies are stronger and faster, and they do not reward you with any points. There's also red piles on the ground that can damage Tessie, while the green ones will heal her and can offer your squad essence or salvage. The first location to stop at is Blackwater Lake. When you get out, you will see that there is a infested power pump, and you need to eliminate those infestations to restore the power. If you're running solo, I would recommend either hitting the mystery box or buying a gun off the wall, especially if you're using a pistol, as you can run out of time in clearing the infestation. Once you have completed all of the infestations, you'll head into the house, go up the stairs, and to the left of the arsenal machine is the first power switch. After that, you'll drop down and make a left at the fireplace, head straight into the kitchen, and on the left side, you'll grab a jar of spores. You're going to take this with you and head to the next infested power pump at Ashwood. Once you clear that off, be sure to flip on the power switch. And then you can make your way down to Tessie. As you get close to her, you will see the garage door go down. You can then interact with this right side workbench, and once you hold that down, you will install the mobile pack-a-punch machine that's now at the back of Tessie. Using Tessie, you're going to travel to the farm, and the jar of spores that we picked up, we're going to plant inside this horse. That'll need 3 rounds before the next part is ready. You're going to complete the 3rd and final infested power pump, and once you have cleared that, you'll make your way inside the barn, head up the stairs, and on the back wall is going to be your 3rd and final switch. For a serum item, you'll drop down to the center of the barn. There's a body hanging. You're going to use a combat axe to knock off the left ankle. The foot will then land on the ground, and you'll need a Molotov to transform it into human bones. You'll pick that up and then use Tessie to make your way to 115. You'll head inside the diner, and outside the restroom, there's a zombie spawn where you wait for the cook. You take him down, and he will drop a freezer key. Pick that up, and inside this freezer is going to be the Abomination Carcass, one of the upgrades for Tessie. Drive Tessie from exit 115 through Zarya. You can buy Wisp tea now or come back and get it later, and then proceed back to Ashwood, pull Tessie into the garage, and interact with the same bench to install the Abomination Carcass. This will upgrade Tessie. At this point, you'll have the special Ravager round, and you'll use a saw blade trap anywhere on the map to obtain the Ravager Eyes, another serum item. Make your way back to Janice Tower's spawn, and you're going to have an Uber Klaus come out of that container once you get close to it. Now you'll want to keep your distance because Uber Klaus is very deadly, especially with his ranged electric attack. Once you defeat the Uber Klaus, you will spawn in the Uber Klaus core, and once you're able to take him down, he is going to drop a stabilizer chip. You'll pick that up and head back to Ashwood to the left of Vulture's Aid, by the door to the sheriff's office, and interact with the keypad to give Klaus the stabilizer chip. You'll need to spam stuns behind Klaus to activate him. You'll know he's been correctly activated when you see him start moving around. With Klaus, you'll drive back to Zarya, and to the left of Wisp Tea, you'll go down the stairs, and by this door, there's going to be a broken machine on the right. Whoever inserted the stabilizer chip will need to command Klaus in front of this machine. He will stomp and activate it, revealing a green light. Interact with the machine, and you'll then stand in the red laser. Now, once you step inside this laser, you cannot step out of it, or it will fail the step. If you fail, you'll need to flip around and start over. It does help if you face towards the laser. It will go faster, so you can have a teammate protect you as well as Klaus. Once it's done, you will then have access to an Aether barrel. Now for this next part, you will want to make sure you have Tessie as you travel from location to location. You'll take the Aether barrel to the first location, Blackwater Lake. By following this specific order, you will avoid going back and forth. You'll take the Aether barrel up to the power pump and insert it, where it will then begin a refined energy extraction. This first location will fill the barrel up 1/3 of the way. You'll then pick it up and make your way to Ashwood, where you will then repeat the process, filling it up from 1/3 to 2/3 of the way full. If you try to take the jump pad during this step, you will drop the Aether barrel, so you will need Tessie. After Ashwood, you'll drive to farm and you can pick up Widow's Lantern, another serum item from the Jar of Spores we planted, and then you'll walk up to the third and final power pump and insert the Aether barrel. Once it's completely full, you're going to take that into the barn, head down the stairs, and insert it inside this box. This box will come alive and reveal 3 blank sides. You'll need to find 3 symbols on top of the buildings in farm. To show you what those symbols look like, you can head to the right of the box and you can see the first one on the house. If you go into the road, you can see one over here on the barn roof. But the third one, you'll need to take the jump pad towards Janus Towers Plaza. As you're in the area, you can get a good look of the 3 symbols that you need. You'll be interacting with the side of the box to input your symbols. Take the jump pad back to Vandorn Farm, and as you are on your way back, you can grab the last symbol right there on the silo. Once you land, head down to the box. You'll interact with the side until you find your correct symbol. You will have 1 per location, and you will only see your correct symbol 1 time. Interact with the eye, and if you've done it successfully, you'll see the Necrofluid Gauntlet. As you pick up the Necrofluid Gauntlet, you will see a green circle around it for a trial. You'll need to shoot the gauntlet spike at each of these green pieces of plasma. By reloading your weapon, you will recall the spikes and that will destroy the plasma. Once you've done that and the green disappears, you will have done that step correctly. You'll then take the wonder weapon to Ashwood, and to the left of the arsenal is a tailor shop with a mirror inside. Your Wisp will need to head inside the mirror to reveal a cube, shoot it with the gauntlet, and this is going to give you the Powder of the Forgotten, a serum item. Pick that up and then use the Abomination laser to take out a purple husk inside any of the foggy areas. The first one you shoot will give you the Hoard husk chunks. The final serum item that you need will be on round 16 when a Xursa spawns in. You'll need to weaken him and then shoot him with the Abomination laser. And once you do this, this is going to give you the final serum item, the Mysterious Limb. Next, you'll head back to Zarya Cosmodrome, and underneath that red star, you'll buy the door to enter this garage. Now that you're inside Yuri's lab, you'll interact with the powder to reveal a code on the wall. This code is going to use Pigpen Cipher, which we have translated the symbols for you. So all you need to use is our guide to know which 3 ingredients that you need to add. From left to right, you have talus or human bones, conch or Hoard husk chunk, fungi or Widow's Lantern, oculi or Ravager's eyes, and limbs, Mysterious Limb. The ingredients are going to change in every video, but in this example, we have eyes, the husk chunk, and the human bones. You know you've done it correctly when you see the add blood prompt. If you do not get that, you'll need to flip it around and try again. It's important to note whoever adds the human blood will drop down to 75 HP, and a lockdown step will begin, which will teleport all teammates to Yuri's lab. It's recommended to have a packed gauntlet. You can shoot the spikes at each of the zombie spawns and recall them for a little extra health back. Now, if the person who added the blood goes down at any time, you will fail this step, but if you've completed it successfully, the purple smoke will dissipate, and outside you will see the satellites moving. Next, we will begin gathering the keys. In the crash rocket site, this is where we're looking for the yellow key. So just beneath that ridge, there can be one. Another location can be on this tower. You're going to shoot the spikes and then pull the key into you with the recall/reload function. You will pick up the yellow key, and this is going to give you a debuff. This debuff is melee only, so you can race back up to Ashwood, and here you will see the cube that we pulled out of the mirror. You will insert that key, and that will clear one of the chains. The next area is going to be Orda's graveyard, looking for a red key. It could be up here in his teeth. Another one can be just to the right of this tank. And the third one, where mine was, is back here in the dinosaur head. Again, you're going to shoot those spikes and then recall it. Now with this red key, it's imperative that you have Tessie, because once you pick up this red key, you will not regen health. So use Tessie to drive you back to Ashwood, where you can then insert it for the second time. The final key that we need to find is the green one. Now these keys can be done in any order. They all appear at the same time. You'll look for the first one inside this blue container. You can also find a second spawn inside these windows. And the third one is going to be underneath the grounded ship. Now for this key, you're absolutely going to want to have Tessie, because this will give you the Terapin key, which is going to make your operator extremely slow. You're going to get into Tessie, and just like the other two, you're going to take it back to Ashwood, and you will see how comically slow this key is. Once you submit that key, you will then have cleared all the chains. You'll have a cutscene, and then it will reveal the DG2 turret. You'll take that to the garage, and you can install the final upgrade to Tessie. For this next step, we will now begin the location Easter eggs. You'll need to shoot the purple clock tower with the DG2 turret. You'll then shoot 2 spines of the gauntlet at the clock and then recall them, turning your gauntlet purple. Next, there are 4 Wisp Easter eggs that you can complete in any order except for Blackwater. That one has to be done last. If you see the lightning, I'd recommend that you do that one on that round, because the lightning only comes in every other round. Inside exit 115, before you shoot the clock, head inside the service station and call in Klaus. Then you're going to shoot the clock with the purple gauntlet. Get inside Tessie, who's across from the red container. Use the Abomination laser and ram the truck. This will wake up the trucker. Next, you'll go inside the diner, and behind the counter, you want to melee this cash register with melee macchiato, and this will wake up the waitress. And then you're going to ping Klaus over into the service station, and he is going to come in and wake up the mechanic. Each of these zombies have their own special color. The mechanic is yellow. You want to lead him up into the yellow bolt of electricity. The waitress is purple, so you want to lead her into the purple bolt on top of the diner. And the trucker is red. You want to lead him on top of the gas station. Now this is tricky. You only have 1 minute to do it. So if you don't get it in time, that's okay. Wait until the lightning returns. Shoot the clock to get your purple gauntlet, and then you can return to exit 115. It is also important to note you do have a limited amount of time between gathering the purple gauntlet and starting the Easter egg at exit 115. So make sure you don't lose your purple by not shooting that clock in time. After you have all of the special zombies led to their respective lightning bolts, you will have completed this step. If you're playing with a squad, have everyone work on one, and you should be able to knock this out in one step. When you see the wisp, you know you've done it correctly. When a new round begins, you will need to shoot the clock with the DG2 turret again, but you can activate the purple energy up to 3 times per round. So if you want to work on multiple locations, you can. This time we're heading to Zarya Cosmodrome. If you take the staircase to the right of Double Tap, there's a jump pad straight ahead. Take the left side and you'll go straight to Zarya. What you need to do for this Easter egg is to shoot the satellite with the purple gauntlet. Once you shoot the first one, take the launch pad back to Ashwood, and then you can obtain the purple energy again. Now, if you notice all the clock faces are spinning, you need to flip it around, and then you can shoot it with the DG2 turret and get 3 more of the purple energies. You're going to take the launch pad back to Zarya Cosmodrome, and this time when you land, you're going to shoot the right side of the satellite. Just make sure that you're hitting the red part of the satellite and not the gray obstruction. That way you don't have to do it over again. Once both of the satellites are slow, you'll head inside the control room and you'll see the Pigpen Cipher on these 2 TVs. What you'll need to do is translate and figure out your code word. There are 4 possible options: engine, launch, rocket, and weapon. Next, you need to head to the bank of computers to the left that are flashing lights. What you need to do is input the launch code based on your deciphered word. Now, we've already put the solutions on the screen, so all you need to do is input your code based on your word. These are going to change every game. If you want to know how they determined the codes, it's a twist on the traditional formula: A equals 1, B equals 2, and C equals 3. This time, you're taking that formula and subtracting 1. So now A equals 0, B equals 1, and C equals 2, and so forth. In this example, our code word was engine, so we're going to start off with the number 4. Now, if you hit the incorrect number, you will need to start all over, so it's important to take your time on this step. It's recommended that you look at the cycle of numbers, figure out which number you're hitting, and then once you know the number that comes before it, prepare for your number. That way you can hit it once your number comes around. You'd much rather play it safe. That way you're not messing up. You know you've done it correctly when you see the screen flash white and the rocket take off. For the farm Easter egg, you'll take the purple energy and look at the clock behind the family table. You're going to note the hour. In this video, the example is 3, and you'll need to stand in the corresponding location. You know you're in the correct location when you see the father's head start to spin towards you. His eyes will glow red, and then you'll shoot him with the purple gauntlet. This is going to release 4 different items. The first one can be found on the bed, a teddy bear. The next one is in the barn. Head up the stairs and you'll find a mask on the back wall. Go down to the cellar, and just to the left of the bathtub is a chalice. And the last one is in the garage on the right side, a pig sticker. You're then going to take all 4 items and place them on the glowing red circles. Each item is going to have their own location, and they're spread out throughout the farm POI. Once you've placed all 4 of the ritual items, you'll need to interact with another item once more to begin the ritual item defense step. Zombies will attempt to attack each of the ritual items, and you'll need to protect them during the timer. Now, if you have a full squad, each person can watch 1 item, and you can handle this step pretty easily. If you don't have a full squad or not everyone present, you can use the gauntlet to shoot the spines at each of the ritual items, and then use the recall or reload button to damage the zombies near the ritual items. Something else that you can also use to get through this step is activating the saw blade trap. Once you've survived the timer and you see the Wisp, you will have completed this step. The last location is always going to be Blackwater Lake, so once you have your purple energy, you'll head down to the dock and interact with this Wisp. You'll head inside the cabin and find a film projector you'll need to shoot with the purple gauntlet. This is going to stop the reel and rotate various locations. I would recommend giving each of them a moniker. For example, this one is front. You can see the part of the roof blown off in the front of the house. The picture will change again, giving you a new location. This one is called back. You can see the docks in the backside of the picture. The third picture in this example can be dubbed boat, As you can see, 2 life preservers hanging on the wall. And then you have the last one that is shed, which is characterized by the little door located on the left side. You'll then need to remember your orders. So starting with the front, you go up the stairs, and this is actually located on the shelf in the corner. You'll need to shoot it, and you know you've done it correctly when it turns purple. For the back, you're going to find the ammo cache, hop over the railing, and it'll be tucked in right next to the side. If it doesn't turn purple, shoot it again. The third one in this example was boat. It can be found up in the rafters. Once it turns purple, you'll go to your fourth and final one. Now, if you get a jump scare, you know you've shot the wrong one. You'll need to flip the round to try again. And inside the shed, you'll head through this doorway, and there you can see the last reel on the shelf. After you've done this, you'll need to head back over to the dock and buy Klaus. You'll head upstairs and to the right of Speed Cola. You'll see a Wisp coming out of the box. You'll need to command Klaus to come in and interact with this box. And once you've reached this point, this is almost the very last step of the boss fight. You have almost made it, just one more. But before you begin and get the last step, you'll need to get boss fight ready, because once you interact with Klaus, you'll do one more step and head to boss fight. For the loadout for this boss fight, it's recommended to have pack 3 weapons. You're going to want either a gauntlet or the ray gun wonder weapon. Stims are going to be crucial for healing, and you can also use your field upgrade of your choice, but preferably healing aura to help your teammates out in boss fight attacks. Useful gobblegums can include the new gobblegum aftertaste, where you activate it and keep your perks if you go down. Phoenix up, your teammates can pop if you go down, and you will keep your perks. Near-death experience, revive your teammates or be revived when you're near other players. And power keg, refill your field upgrade. After you have everything you need, there is only one step left to do. To start that step, you'll need to interact with Klaus to begin the boss fight vote. After the vote has taken place, you're going to wait about 20 seconds, and then your team will all get in Tessie. You'll be looking for these 3 wisps. Now, the wisps are going to be found in the foggy areas, so be sure to take your time and collect them. All you need to do is make sure Tessie has enough health to grab all of them, so she can grab the green piles while another teammate can shoot the red piles so she doesn't take damage. After you grab 3 from the Monolith Forest, you'll go across Janus Towers Plaza, and you're going to hit the next 3 in the Collapsed Tower. This isn't timed or rushed, so just take your time and collect each of them and make sure Tessie's health stays fine. Now, you do get a new Tessie, so if you do have damage going into the boss fight, you don't have to worry about that. It'll reset you. You're going to drive through Vandorn Farm and make your way through the grounded ship area. You'll take the ramp up to the right. And for this one, you kind of want to go slow around the corner because the Wisp is really close. And there you'll get the third one. After you've gotten all the grounded ship Wisp, you're going to make a U-turn at Ashwood. If you want to heal Tessie there, you can. But then you'll make your way through the Lost Cabins and grab your third and final Wisp. Once you grab the third one, this is going to teleport you into the boss fight. Your new boss fight arena is going to be the pyramid located above Blackwater Lake. Here you're going to meet Veytharion, a massive mega abomination variant. Tessie truly is the 5th member of your squad, and you're going to use her boost to run into Veytharion. Doing your best, you'll try to hit the red critical points with Tessie. If you can, you'll do extra damage. Now, once you have those red critical points exposed, you can also hit them With the DG2 turret, this is going to deal the best damage at 16,500. As you're navigating the boss fight, Tessie is going to take a lot of damage charging into Veytharion, and occasionally you can get kicked out. If that's the case, stay moving, and if you have the gauntlet, be sure to use the spine recall so you can overheal and have that extra protection. Now, once you see that Veytharion is spinning, there will be a purple beam of light. You'll try to race to it first and use that boost to do extra damage to Veytharion. If you've done this successfully, you'll then see a yellow critical point underneath Veytharion. Use the DG turret to hit it, and you're going to keep repeating this process. If Tessie's damage and needs repaired, be sure to work with your teammates on who is healing and who is driving once she's repaired. It's best if you have teammates split up, so you have one driving Tessie, one operating the DG2 turret, and two others running around to detract. They can also watch the health bars of your teammates, so if you take damage or are close to going down, they can pop their healing aura. One of the most deadliest attacks in this boss fight is the purple laser as you near the end. Teammates will need to communicate with the driver of when Veytharion is charging up. You can stop this laser by charging into Veytharion with the boost, but if you get kicked out of your vehicle, the laser can be extremely deadly. You'll need to anticipate using your stims ahead of time and also your healing aura to save yourself. This boss fight is truly about taking your time and communicating with your teammates the best that you can. Slow and steady is going to win the race. Take care of Tessie, and before she hits that final piece of damage, run over those green piles of health. If you get kicked out or you're the teammate that is running around, keep an eye on your health. Take out those zombies and be sure to hit those critical points on Veytharion. If you're successful and you take down Veytharion, you'll unlock the achievement Dust to Dust. Thanks for watching, and for more on Call of Duty Black Ops 7, keep it right here on IGN. Here's the final cutscene.
Do you hear it? Calling to you. Listen. Remember. Feel. Restore. What are you? A weaver of the fabric of this place. From the memories it contains. I have always been here. I am a shadow smith. You have what was taken. The bonds that imprisoned me are undone. We are both free. Land Alafia.
Well, I trust we shall find more of these beasts for the rest of us.
It is not safe to linger here. He will know his pet is gone. He will investigate. I have folded the dark ether. Made a pocket in which you can hide.